Welcome to our virtual open event. We're going to show you our fantastic college and you'll meet some of our fellow students who will take you through course options and the facilities here at Telford College. We are currently under COVID measures. The college are managing the situation well and we are following safety guidelines. On an apprenticeship, you're employed to do a real job while studying for a formal qualification, usually attending 1 day a week at college. 80% of your time is work-based and 20% is study-based. By the end of your apprenticeship, you'll have gained the knowledge, skills and behaviours needed to either succeed in your chosen career or progress onto the next apprenticeship level. What you'll learn depends on the role that you're training for. However, apprentices follow an improved study programme, which means you'll gain a nationally recognised qualification at the end of your apprenticeship. You will have a mentor supporting and training you in the workplace to ensure you have the exposure you need to develop and learn. You'll also be consistently developing your transferable skills, otherwise known as soft skills, which are highly valued by employers. These include communication, teamwork and problem solving, as well as knowledge of IT and the application of numbers. Telford College work with over 700 local and national companies and have a specialised recruitment team to help as many people as possible to start the career of their dreams. Vocational courses are designed to help you learn in a practical way about a specific job area. They can help you get the skills you need to start a job, progress in a career or go into higher education. If you know what job or job sector you want to go into, you may want to study a vocational qualification. Vocational subjects are general qualifications that develop practical skills and knowledge related to a broad job area such as business, engineering, IT and health and social care. Here at Telford College, there are opportunities in a variety of vocational subject areas. You'll have access to industry standard facilities, expert teaching and a campus lifestyle that feels like university. Telford College is a perfect stepping stone to progress into your career, apprenticeship or onto university. You'll be supported by your personal tutor and get all the advice and help you need whilst at Telford College. The friendly atmosphere will help you settle in and make new friends from day one. You are treated like an adult and you'll feel your confidence grow as you progress through your course. Apply now to reserve your place for next September at telfordcollege.ac.uk/apply.
Right then, time now for one of my specialist subjects, food. We're talking to Robert Lee from the catering section of Telford College. Before we get into the courses, Robert, just tell us a bit about you and your role here.
So I'm one of 2 chef lecturers at the college. I've worked here for 2 years now. I've also worked at another college for the past 6 years prior to that also.
And what's your background before you came into education?
So I did college myself, obviously, for the 3 years. So I did my level 3 course. I then continued to work within the industry all throughout that time. Also went to university to study hospitality management. And then after that, I worked in the industry for almost 10 years.
Because that's the thing that's gone through a lot of the talks we've been having in this, is the experience actually of the industry that you're teaching people to go in. The tutors have got that experience themselves, haven't they?
Yeah, you've got to understand exactly what you're putting the students into, and obviously that's what we try and do here. We try and treat it as much like a job as possible, even though the students aren't getting paid, unfortunately, for them. There's lots of opportunity though within the industry for them to go out and get the part-time job whilst they're studying at college also.
So tell me a bit about the range of catering courses we've got at Telford College at the moment.
So we have level 1, 2 and 3. Level 1 is focusing on the cooking methods really. So getting the really good grounding, the basis knowledge of then the future levels. So we look at boiling, roasting, steaming, cooking a variety of different dishes. Then we move on to level 2 if you have good attendance and good application of skill. And you look a lot more at the commodities. So you're looking at fruit, vegetables, meat, fish, and really you're just starting to understand the finer details of what cooking's all about. At the end of level 2, I always say you're sort of a qualified chef. You could go and work in the industry. And then some students always choose to do that. They don't continue to progress onto level 3. However, some students want to continue and get their full level 3 qualification. And that really is looking at more of a supervisory role. So they get themselves ready for working in the industry. And just again, fine tune those, really the level of skill and the knowledge that they have to a higher level. And obviously level 3 is allows you to progress to university because it's the equivalent of 2 A levels. So it gives you enough UCAS points to go to university also.
So what about the entry level for students that may be wanting to join the college? Is it as much about personality and your will as it is about actual qualifications on paper?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we want all of our students to be dedicated to what they're doing and be committed to the course. It's not an industry that is very easy. So you've got to really want to love it and do it before you even start because it's such a hard industry. You're working long hours, you're working sometimes for very little pay. It depends on the position that you're in. So the love of the industry really has to come first. So that's what we want students to be initially. Obviously with some sort of qualifications from school would be great. English and Maths and GCSEs would be a good starting point.
What's the breakdown of the courses themselves in terms of how much of it is vocational, how much of it is written exam-wise?
So we have short answer question papers for a variety of different units that we cover. And each of that has a cooking sort of exam or assessment behind it. And we try and offer as much of the theory work and as much of the theory in a practical setting rather than sat in a classroom because the students would rather be doing rather than listening.
And so we should tell people, of course, not only maybe talk a little bit about the catering kitchens you've got here at Telford College, but also, of course, there's an on-site restaurant as well, isn't there?
Yeah, we have the Orange Tree that's full of great facilities. We have 2 kitchens either side of the restaurant. And obviously at the moment, the restaurant we're not using, but in the future, we look to have the either students, friends and family come in. And it is a really good asset for the college to have because we can work on an awful lot more of the skills that the students need to have when they're in the industry, such as communication skills for speaking to the customers, obviously customer care and that sort of side of things. The students really enjoy doing that on top of what they do normally also.
So what sort of things do you cook? I mean, I've seen all sorts of little bits on social media. There was a salmon cooking challenge you did a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we had a fish cake challenge that was judged and we had a winner from my level 3 group. We tend to cook a range of commodities really. So one day we might have fresh mackerel in and we'd have to gut that and take all the skin and the flesh off. Another day we would have a whole chicken and we butcher that down for things like chicken chasseur or chicken fricassee. And then on level 1 side, we tend to do things like making soups and sauces and
all sorts of other. I
mean, lots of other things.
You're not from the Gordon Ramsay school of hard love, are you?
No, I'm compared to him. I'm too soft of a touch, possibly.
What sort of careers do people go on to from these courses then?
So they tend to work in obviously a variety of different restaurants or hotels in the local area. Some venture out and go further into towards Birmingham where there might be a higher class restaurant. But it tends to be a lot of, there's so many places they're screaming out for chefs or will be screaming out for chefs that there is lots of employment opportunity just on the doorstep really.
And then, because I know we're not in ordinary times at the moment, are we? But if we were in ordinary times, would you have a lot of students that are maybe doing some work experience at the same time as their studies here? Yeah,
so when they're on the sort of course, they're on a study program, so they do the tutorial, their vocational skills, maybe their English and their maths if they haven't managed to do that at school. And part of the study program also is the work experience. So they need to do I think it's 36 hours of work experience. And obviously that's a great opportunity for them to go into the industry, get some of their skills up, understand where their skill level is, maybe if their skills are already up. And ultimately they can then get a part-time job out of it and start getting some pennies in the bank rather than doing it for the love of it.
So does that mean you've got links with a lot of restaurants, hotels?
Yep, and with having all the previous students here and part-time jobs now, we have all those links as well. So yeah, hopefully there's plenty of opportunity for the students to enjoy.
So if people are interested, if this has whetted their appetites, shall we say, what do they do next, and what kind of person are you really looking for? So
we have the actual interview and open events coming up that you can sign up to on the website. And within that, we have an interview, we have a bit of information about the course, further information about the course, and there's a little sort of cooking session attached to that as well. So yeah.
Excellent. I'll be back downstairs to get some recipes off you later on.
That's absolutely fine. Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.